Whoa, what is going on with those toenails? If your toenails are yellow, thick, discolored, brittle, no matter what you do, they do not seem to improve, you might just be dealing with toenail fungus. You are in luck. I'm a board-certified dermatologist, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you my best tips, tricks, strategies to both prevent toenail fungus and things you can do at home, yes, at-home remedies to get rid of it. Keep watching to the end of the video because I'm also going to be talking about at what point it's time to set the at-home remedies aside and see your healthcare provider. First of all, what the heck is toenail fungus in the first place? Toenail fungus, otherwise known as onychomycosis, is a fungal nail infection that affects the toenails and can cause thickened yellow toenails, crumbling nails, brittle nails, sometimes can even cause the nail plate to lift up off of the nail bed. That's known as onychomycosis, and it appears as this like white blob on the surface of the nail. That white blob is just an air bubble where the nail plate has detached from the underlying nail bed, and the fungus is alive and thriving in there, snacking on your dead nail debris. Fungus usually starts because the fungus gets into the nail through dry cracks in the nail, around the nail folds, or through dry cracked skin on the toes. Many times people at baseline have a fungal skin infection of the feet known as athlete's foot or tinea pedis that predisposes them to then have that fungus creep on into the nails and cause onychomycosis. Fungus loves a moist, humid environment like sweaty shoes and socks, gym room showers, saunas, steam rooms. Signs to look out for include yellow or white discolored nails, brittle nails, or nails that change in shape and texture. Let's talk at-home remedies to get rid of this. There are actually a lot of things you can try. The key is to stay consistent and to be patient. It takes a long time to clear up toenail fungus. The remedies I'm going to be going over in today's video, they can be particularly effective if you have a mild case of toenail fungus, but for more severe cases, professional treatment is needed. These remedies typically need to be done daily, if not twice a day, and take 6 to 12 months to even begin to see improvement. First up, Vicks VapoRub. Yes, you heard that correctly. Vicks VapoRub can actually help to get rid of toenail fungus. It contains ingredients like camphor, menthol, and eucalyptus oil, which have some antifungal properties. And in a small study, patients saw improvement in toenail fungus when they applied Vicks VapoRub to the affected nail daily. So I suggest applying it with a cotton-tipped applicator, not just to the nail plate, the surface of the nail, but also to the skin around the nails and underneath the nail. And you might want to cover with a sock afterwards to really enhance penetration into the nail and ensure that it stays on your toenail and doesn't get all over the floor. Just keep in mind this is an at-home remedy. It's not an FDA-approved treatment, but some people do appreciate benefit and get the results that they need. Next, Listerine. Listerine soaks. Yep, you heard that correct. Listerine mouthwash. Listerine contains thymol and menthol, which have antifungal properties. Some people even combine Listerine with a little bit of white vinegar for additional benefit, and we'll touch on white vinegar in a moment. It can increase the acidity of the soak and decrease fungal growth further. So try soaking your feet in a 1-to-1 mix of Listerine and water. Maybe add a little bit of white vinegar if you so choose, once a day for about 20 to 30 minutes. Again, it takes time, it takes consistency, and not everyone sees results. It's not an established effective treatment, but some people do get improvement, and it is exactly the amount of improvement they need to clear up the fungal infection. At-home remedy number 3 is ozonized sunflower oil. You can actually purchase this on Amazon, and it does show promise. It's actually a remedy in certain countries for toenail fungus. It's not entirely clear how it works, but it appears to reduce the fungus as well as bacteria affecting the nail. Apply a small amount to the affected nail on a cotton-tipped applicator 1 to 2 times a day. It's often sold online. Like I said, you can buy this on Amazon. It may also be sold in certain health food stores. A word of warning though, I have tried this myself just to see what it was like. I don't actually have toenail fungus, but man, it smells very bizarre. It has this like really nauseating, if I'm being frank, metallic odor to it, which I could not get over. But if you don't mind the odor, it may be effective, and at any rate is helpful for moisturizing the skin of the feet, which as a side note, keeping the skin moisturized cuts down on those little dry cracks that facilitate further fungal spread. Lastly, you could try vinegar soaks alone, no Listerine. You can still try and soak your feet daily with a soak that contains 1 part white vinegar to 2 parts warm water. You want to soak for about 15 to 20 minutes a day. Soaking for about 15 to 20 minutes a day can slow down and inhibit fungal growth and may allow your body to clear out the fungal nail infection. All right, but specifically, let's talk about over-the-counter antifungal medications that you also could try. In the pharmacy, the drugstore, you're going to go over to the section where they have all of the medicated foot powders, and you will come across antifungal creams. Look for an antifungal cream that contains terbinafine. Oftentimes, this is sold under the brand name of Lamisil, but terbinafine is one of the most effective over-the-counter antifungal reagents for onychomycosis toenail fungus. There are also some other antifungal creams. They may not be as targeted, as robust, but they can help as well. These include clotrimazole, and they're available in a variety of forms like creams, sprays, and these like medicated nail lacquers. Apply these to the nail surface, around the nail folds. Also apply it to your feet and in between your toes. That's a place where fungus likes to hang out. Do this twice a day, and to get better penetration of these medications into the nail, you might consider filing the nail a little bit at the surface to kind of thin out some of that thick and bulky stuff to allow for better penetration. Speaking of getting better penetration of the antifungal, I want to call your attention to a product that I often recommend when it comes to toenail fungus. It has a couple of ingredients in it that can really cut down on the burden of all of that dry, flaky, build-up stuff, the thickening of the nail, and it is a carousel nail lacquer. But the one in particular that I happen to think is particularly great for onychomycosis is one that also includes tea tree oil. Tea tree oil is an essential oil that has antifungal properties, but the other thing aside from the tea tree oil in this is it's got keratolytics, ingredients that get in and really dissolve and break up the buildup, and all of that dry, crumbly buildup in the nail, under the nail, that is basically food for the fungus. So using this not only cuts down on that, but it also helps make the nail plate more accepting of the medication that you might choose to put on it. All right, so that's what you can try, and again, it takes time, it takes consistency, it takes patience. Let's talk about some things, however, that you do not want to do. What should you avoid if you are dealing with onychomycosis? Don't try and rip off your toenail in an effort to just start from scratch. That can cause a lot of trauma. Also, don't overly file your nail either. It will leave the nail more vulnerable in the long run to more colonization with the fungus. Avoid wearing nail polish while treating the fungus because it limits the penetration of the medications into the nail and also kind of traps moisture. It can just make the problem much worse. And don't share shoes and socks. Also, make sure you don't rewear the same socks multiple times without washing each time, because fungus makes these little spores, and by not washing your socks, you basically can be just like reintroducing it over and over again. Now that we've gone over at-home remedies, medicated treatments, tips and tricks, and what not to do, let's talk prevention. Like, how can you prevent this moving forward? Once you treat the toenail fungus, you want to make sure it does not come back. The last thing you want to do is spend all of this time and labor and effort and energy with the soaks and applying the creams or whatever for months and months and months, a whole year, clear it up only to have it come back like 6 months later. Oh my gosh, so frustrating. So to keep it from coming back, you want to make sure to keep your feet clean and dry. Again, fungus loves a moist, humid environment. Wear breathable shoes. You might use an antifungal foot powder into your shoes and socks on a daily basis. I suggest Zeazorb. It has a little bit of an antifungal in it, and it also helps to absorb moisture. If your feet sweat a lot, wear open-toed breathable shoes. Always wear sandals or shower shoes in open public spaces like gym showers, locker rooms, at the pool, the sauna, the spa, and make sure you disinfect your nail tools regularly. Don't share tools and don't share shoes with people. All right, so when should you bail on trying to do this yourself at home and see a board-certified dermatologist? If you've tried at-home treatments for 6 to 12 months and you're not getting anywhere, there's no improvement, or if the nail is painful, if the infection appears to be spreading to other nails or interfering with your daily life, then that's really time to get professional help. Dermatologists can prescribe a course of an oral antifungal, usually terbinafine, aka Lamisil, that's necessary to get down all the way into the nail, throughout the whole nail, to really get in there and clear up the fungus. All right, guys, toenail fungus is stubborn, it's uncomfortable, it's really frustrating to cope with. Consistency is key. You have to be patient no matter which avenue you are going. The at-home remedies, tips, and tricks I provided you in today's video video are best for very mild cases. And again, for more extensive cases, seeing a dermatologist is going to be necessary to receive oral medications to help treat the fungus. Also, other groups such as older adults, people with diabetes or an impaired immune system, they likewise would need to see a healthcare provider because their background health situation makes it a lot more difficult to clear up the fungus, and it also makes it that they need more extensive treatment to effectively get rid of it. I really hope you all found this video helpful, informative, educational. Now on the end slate, I'm going to put my video going over more at-home remedies for toenail fungus, so definitely check that one out next, especially if you are in the throes of onychomycosis. But if you like this one, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.